need to validate that people are in really different realities about what's happening. And if the minute we demonize a reality, we lose an ally. Remember, people, we have to love people where they are, not where they're not. If people judged me where I was 10 years ago, there wouldn't have been the safety for me to move where I am now. If you judge me now, it's going to be harder for me to move where I need to go. This is true on all of our journeys. And that's what I found so powerful about this model is it's not that we let the patterns go. I'm not like saying, oh, well, I love Trump, therefore go ahead and be president. No. No. I will do what is within my power and consistent with my values to prevent Donald Trump or anyone like him and with his value system to ever become president of me or anyone I love. And at the same time, it is my value to love his circle, to see his goodness, to not demonize him. I do not serve me or the world I want to turn his hate into my hate. I don't want hate. I will not end hate by hating him. I don't hate him. I cannot do that and be true in my value system. So how can I do that? Understand where he's been hurt and interrupt his patterns in a way that holds my values, which are kindness, compassion, and understanding. Do I know how to do this? No. I'm not pretending that I have the answer, but what I have is an anchor.
When you use the example of Trump, it's like, yeah, I can see him as a person and I know that he's been hurt and I can imagine he's been hurt and that's why some of the comes out. And if he becomes president, it feels really scary. It feels like we would live in an even more scarier place than we currently reside in.
The hooking of the fear is an old, real fear. We already made it through the worst of it, Bettina. We'll never be that vulnerable again. We actually are on an upward trend. And I'm going to dare to say this out loud. Even if Donald Trump was elected president, it is actually not worse than now. It's showing what is here now. It's already here. We just can't deny it in the same way. And frankly, as I mentioned earlier, with my East Coast, West Coast experience of racism, I prefer East Coast. I feel like I know what I have to work with, and it's out there. Will it be pretty? No. Will it bring up more terror for me? It will bring up more feelings, but I'm actually not more scared. And I actually think if I know how to work with those feelings, then I have a shot to move them out of my way so I can be more effective in this moment in time, which is what I'm committed to do for my part of it. I'm not saying it's an answer, it's a perspective. He isn't making me more scared. He is bringing up all the fear that is in me that I have not discharged. I could look at him as a crumb on my path, because that's what it is. It's just a crumb on my path. The early terror is mine. I came with it before he was in my life. Donald Trump's not in my life now, but before he came into my worldview. So the more I can work on that, the more creative, effective, flexible capacity I'm going to have for building alliances to figure out how to address, not him, the state of this nation that created this moment that I've actually lived through. I've been here the whole time that got us to this moment. What did I miss? Who am I not friends with? Where have I not made those relationships that would have made a difference? Who have I decided I don't want to listen to? Who has decided they don't want to listen to me because of the way that I'm coming across? All of these are questions I get to ask. And I think in interesting ways. Would I rather be having a different fight? Sure. And this is the one we have, that I believe I have co-created. I can't make it about someone else. I have to make it about me. This is what I have control over.